What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ty.140 coming at y'all with another reaction video, another hot one, another banger. You feel me? Listen, man, you see the thumbnail, you see the title. Second video of the day. I'm trying to get y'all as much content because I know I've been slacking. You know what I'm saying? Work been kicking my ass. But this video is like 2 years old now. August 19th, 2019. Knowledge is Power by my boy Hassan Campbell on his third channel, Just Keeping It Funky. I ran across this video maybe, I want to say like 8 months ago, bro. It was maybe even last year, man. So I always said I wanted to rewatch it with y'all and, you know, give my insight. But it's 29 minutes. I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long. If you're new to the channel, show some love. Stay a while. You're invited to the cookout. You know what I'm saying. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on what you want to see me react to next, man. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Put it all together. Break down. Nah, you flow the way you flow. What is the benefit of them keeping us in mental chains? What's the benefit?
That means they rule.
Rule with an iron fist.
They rule.
So how did they go about that? How did they get us in a position to rule over us like that? And better yet,
first you start basically with slavery and reconstructed history, and denying you who you are.
So let me. What
you do? You turn around, you dumb down the dictionary.
So let me ask you a question. So you, because see me, I ain't gonna even lie. Sometimes I get personally frustrated with this. Everything that's going on right now is white people's fault. Even the fact that these people will leave their children in the house unattended at 2 years old, house catch on fire, and then you're going to turn around and say, well, the white man did that. Like, I can't get it. I can't get that. When do we start taking responsibility?
That's a fact.
White is not a complexion. It's a status. I'm calling that. You can go to Egypt right now and see a person dark as hell, and he'll call himself white because it's not a complexion. It's a status.
Damn.
Then when you call him white, you're calling him sovereign lord, ruler of the land, and you're calling him purity, and purity means God. That means he governs. He calls the shots. So calling him that, he's a European. Tell him what he is. He's a European. Because the original meaning of white is wheat.
This is you. Or at least it could be you.
Listen, man, I haven't seen this video in a while, so just like y'all, like, hearing this for the first time, it's going to feel like the first time to me, because I'll be forgetting.
That. When did he adopt that title, white? What year?
But you just said white means pure. It means pure and wheat.
I'm breaking down how it's being used as far as a term. Okay? Remember, what is a term?
A term?
Okay.
A time.
A term is when you take a word and place it on a thing. It doesn't actually totally represent it. It has a characteristic of it, but it's not actually it. Okay, you have a car here, right?
Right.
But it's blue. But it's still a car. If I got on a shirt and it got stripes, he got on a shirt and don't have stripes, the color's got nothing to do with it. It's still a shirt. It's a shirt. That's what it is. You are a human being. You're not black. As my man Dr. Clark said, it might tell you what you look like, but don't tell you who you are. You're not black. Where did black come from? When did it come about? 1200s. Okay? They took the word blanca, right? They took the N out, interjected a K, and gave you black. When they talked about you in Europe back in the day, they would call you swarthy, which means dark. Or swart, same thing, it means dark. They didn't call you black, that wasn't even around. That came later because blanca, bleach, pale face, it represents the European. Okay, so these are terms. And this term is a term of a status. It's a status. You the white man.
So even still, when you sit back and you break it down, you do the math on it. How long do you sit up there and place blame, just like with all this shit on social media? How long do you place blame on us attacking us instead of recognizing?
You're talking twisted now. What you just said just now, you're talking twisted. What you really trying to say? How long can you put the weight on your enemy about the way you behave, the things that you do?
Right.
Okay. The point is, these people don't realize their behavior. They've been programmed to do that. Okay, because of oppression, which is really not racism, it's an inquisition. They benefit off of keeping you down and keeping you educated at a low level. So you do things like a child, because the word minority means you are an adolescent. You are a child. And the European is your paternalistic father. He is your father figure. Okay? And that's what they have done to you. Okay? There's no such thing as black land, no such thing as color land, no such thing as no Negro land. It does not exist.
So what does it mean to you when you start to realize that our people, our own people, benefits and reap reward off of keeping us down too, as well?
Because they sold you out.
Right.
They sold you out
Right.
so they can live in a castle.
Right.
It's like those daggone preachers. They're pimps.
Funny part.
Word. I don't really go to church no more because of that fact. Like, I don't agree with pastors anymore, bro. Like, I had to really sit there and think about what they do to us. We pay commission, 10% of our salary every year, I believe, or 10% of our checks, and they preach God's word, but we don't get better, if that makes sense. They get better. We see them get better, but we don't get better. We may be better spiritually, but living wise, we don't get better, bro. It doesn't really benefit us. Like, our relationship with God should not be through another man, because that man is not God. That man is not free of sin. Understand what I'm saying? Our relationship should be head on with God. Just like I'm talking to you face to face, mano a mano. I feel like that's how our relationship should be with God, and not this in between, and I have to get through this phone to get over it. You know what I'm saying? To God, to you. It should not be like that, man. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's what God would want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
It is though. Some of the YouTube.
So yeah, they pimp y'all out, bro.
They sell you out, and they ain't even making $20 a month. That's the sad part about it. Like, damn, sell you out. They'll sell you out for their cable bill.
Because the ones that make a lot of money, they say give you value because they sell you out for a whole lot of money. Yeah, they give you value.
It's like these dudes will sell you out just to get a couple of people in the comment section.
Yeah. But you gotta understand something. When you talk about taking somebody's child, where does that come from?
You tell me. Taking somebody's child?
Where that come from? 1724 Negro Code laws. Okay, it's Christianity. 1724 Negro Code. If you look up it, it's under Christianity. It's Article 22. Read it. It's right there. Right there. That's where it comes from. If y'all think religion is all that, you need to analyze it, European religion, for the truth, and stop thinking that it's something that is not. Because it's a political thing. All churches are corporations. And the main two sides of corporations is manipulation and deception. There you go with your pseudo-religion.
Pseudo meaning fake, huh?
Fake. Because true religion is study of the stars. The universe is stuff. Why do you think, who's the first?
Word. I remember one time, I mean to cut him off. One time I was at the mechanic, right? To my car. I think I was getting something little like oil change or whatnot, but like I'm real close to my mechanic, so we was chatting it up, we was talking. And this older gentleman came in, getting his car fixed. You know, my mechanic's cool with him, so like we all was just talking collectively, man. It was just the three of us in there. And a woman, a queen. And he walks in, he has on his like marine stuff, and he's talking to me. He says, yo, one thing my mother always told me, she said, "What did you do today?" It was like something like that. How did you spend your time today? Now, what did you do? And if you made your bed up. I forgot what he said about the bed, but he said making your bed is so important because that establishes the rest of your day, you know. And as I was speaking to him, we started talking about religion and what we believed in and God and things like that. And I remember I said universal God, and his eyes lit up, because a lot of times when we see BET awards or we see MTV awards, or you know, we see whatever entertainment and they win an award, they say, I just want to give the most praise to God. They're not talking about the God that me and you serve. You get what I'm saying? They're not talking about the universal God, the real God. They're talking about their God, which is the opposite of what we believe in. So as soon as I said universal God, like his eyes lit up and he was like, yo, this kid, I think I was like 19. It's like 2 years ago. He's like, yo, this kid, he was like, Tony, this kid is brilliant. This kid is intelligent. So yeah, it has to do with the universe. Life is the universe. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to put that out.
Of man. Why did he study nature and the universe? See that? See that? To grow crops, you must understand how it works. As they say, April shower bring May flower. So the farmer had to study the actions of nature, how the stars move. They knew at a certain time when the stars moved, what season was coming in. Okay, and knew when to grow the crop and when to pick the crops. It's like going into the store. Everything has an expiry date. Because clothes expire at a certain time. You have a winter coat, right? You're not going to try to sell it in summertime. So what you're going to do during the winter, when time gets late in the winter, you're going to put it on sale. Because sale means movement. It got nothing to do with price. It means to move the product. Because you're going to sell it in the summer.
Yeah, I get it. Like selling, you're moving. Sale, if it's on sale, it's supposed to be moving the product. Like, you know, like Christopher Columbus sailing across the ocean. You're sailing. Wow.
Because now you got to move it to that position there, that space. You got to put summer clothes there. Okay, food has an expiry date. It's only going to last on the shelf for so long. Okay, so you got to move that shit along. So you put sale on it. Okay? Because they can only put it on that shelf for so long, then they got to take it off. So we don't understand. It's all based on the universe.
It is.
If you're a homeowner in New Jersey and you're still paying for electricity,
that's why it's a lot of
you
things,
could be missing out on free.
That's why it's a lot of things right now that has to do with why we call it a bad way of living, or we're not supposed to live that way, is because it's universal law to live a specific way. You know what I'm saying? Like, by universal law, I don't think that a dog can get a frog pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So why are we trying to create a frog dog? Right? Some things just won't work. That's going against the universal law, which then creates bad karma, negative energy. That's why the planet, the Earth, planet Kai, some will say, is not. That's why a lot of things are happening. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all.
And that's what true religion was about.
This is real content right here for y'all.
I was watching Porn Shop, right? And on there they said it. A guy came in with this so-called globe, right? And it had these ancient symbols on it. And he said, this is what true religion was. It was based on the stars and the universe. It said right on TV, right there.
Right there.
Right there. And we don't check out shit, we don't look at shit.
You can't say we don't check out shit or look at shit when in all actuality, when you sit back and you analyze now, when was the last time you actually seen it, especially where we at? You supposed to be able to see the stars, but all you see is chemtrails.
Well, when you see stars at certain times, remember, where you
I don't be seeing them.
Where you at?
New York.
No, but I'm saying, what area of the planet? You are on the north side, right? And isn't the north side got a lot of dampness and cloudiness going on? And aren't we actually also polluting everything? But we ain't as bad as China. China really got serious pollution. As far as the polluting the air, with all this smog and shit.
Man, they deliberately spraying chemtrails, even to the point right now
chemtrails
where the skies look clear, where there's no clouds, but you can still see there's a
film.
There's a film that's in the air.
Well, come out here at midnight and see what it looks like.
I'll be out here midnight and still can't see the stars. You barely
can see the stars.
Yeah, right.
I see the stars all the time.
Stars don't be out up here. You see the moon. That's what you see. You see the moon.
The moon is closer to us than the stars.
Yeah, but then you know what? There's certain nights where you could actually see the stars to the point to where that it looks scary, like it'd be a million of them.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue,
like I said, you can see them sometimes.
And they try to tell you, oh, it's because it's too many lights. It ain't all them lights up here, right here.
Well, you know, one light cancels out the other. You can't take a flashlight and shine it right now because then the light travels off the darkness.
Right.
Out in the darkness, the light can't travel.
Word.
You know that, right?
Of course.
Okay. So that has reality to it. Don't think it doesn't, but it does. But there ain't that many street lights up here.
No, it ain't.
It's gonna block out anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
You want to go?
And plus, I'm looking in a different direction than where the light shines.
When you
the light from the street light shining down.
When you go to North Carolina, you still can see the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
But like I said, you ever look up the thing called HAARP?
Yeah, I know about HAARP.
Yo, listen, I keep breaking this video down. Quick story. I remember I was at my brother's house, right? And he had his friends over, or whatever, his roommates. And they're older than me, like, way older than me. And I remember they were talking about, like, things like that, like the weather, chemtrails, and stuff like that. And they couldn't get the word out. One of them couldn't get the word out. He was like, oh, it's a machine. They create this, they create that with it. They use this to create tsunamis and rain and things like that. And I was like, oh, HAARP? He was like, this kid is intelligent, this kid is brilliant. So I always get that, bro. I always get that I'm smart and shit like that. It don't boost me up, but like that shit just made me remember. Well, it kind of do boost me up a little bit. You know? But where HAARP is it's a weather machine that manipulates the frequencies in the air, in the water, and you know, it manipulates the weather. It's a frequency that they put out to manipulate the weather to make it snow, rain, hail, be a tornado, all that.
And what do they do with it?
Play with earthquakes, weather, or weather control.
Okay, there you go.
Manipulation of everything on the earth.
And what kind of element comes out of that? Out of HAARP. What is it?
Frequencies, right?
You tell me.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm going to see if you know. You said you had to look it up.
I don't know about all of the elements that come out of it, but I know it manipulates earthquakes,
waves,
weather, all types of stuff.
It's something on the energy
come
level.
out of it. Elf waves.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, you come to it, like I said. So now you understand why you having problems.
Of course.
He's actually causing it. He's using sorcery. Sorcery means influence, just like magic means influence.
Influence. So that's what magic means to you,
yeah,
influence?
It means influence. Same thing as sorcery, it means influence.
So you believe in magic?
I told you, I don't deal with beliefs, man.
You don't deal with beliefs?
You that.
You know magic exists.
Magic point where it exists. The word is very deceiving. I told you, watch out with English language because it's equivocal. It's deceiving.
It spells.
Okay, because you getting connotative meanings of words. A new take on the word to expand English and also to dumb you down. Because you won't go into etymon or etymology to see what the word really means. You sit there and you'll stay with what you call, what's the name of that dictionary? What is it?
Webster's Dictionary?
Webster's Dictionary, where him and Horace Greeley sat up designed to dumb the dictionary down so the masses wouldn't know certain things. Go get your Oxford Dictionary and then look at that and then judge it to a Webster and you say, oh shit, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. That's why you can't even find an Oxford when you go into the store.
So basically they playing trickery on us with the words too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The words don't even really have the real meaning.
Big mean?
Big?
What is the original meaning of big?
I don't know. You tell me.
Strong.
Strong. Okay, so big means strong.
Got it, Ivy. What's the original meaning of soul?
So I forgot.
It means to flee. It doesn't mean consciousness. It means to flee.
Shit.
Soul means to flee.
Yeah, to run. What's the meaning of so-called bless? Means
Bless.
blood.
Bless means blood. Okay.
So why the church telling you all these fucking lies?
Well, they always say in the blood of Jesus.
Jesus can't exist because Jesus is the son in the sky. He don't have no blood. I told you that's the son.
So Jesus is the Son.
Yeah. Son. In the sky.
So when people say they waiting for the second coming of Christ, they actually
Right.
waiting for the
What does
Son.
Christ mean? Christ is not a person.
What is
Is
Christ?
a title. It means to be anointed with knowledge, consciousness.
Mm.
Damn, I
So
know
Christ
I
means
lost a
to
lot
be
of followers
anointed
off
with
this
knowledge.
one.
It means to be
My little
have
2
knowledge.
followers that I got, I know
And Jesus is not real. Jesus is the
unsubscribed.
Son.
Jesus is not a person. It's the son in the sky.
Jesus is the Son in the sky.
You're trying to talk about
The S-
you're
the
trying to talk
SU
about
is-
Yahshua ben Yosef. Yahshua ben Yosef. That's the man you're trying to talk about.
Okay. Yahshua
Yahshua ben Yosef.
ben Yosef. Okay.
You can look it up on your phone. See if I'm right. Don't.
I'm gonna stop it at 14:45. That's where it stops at. Alright, but I'm gonna stop it there, y'all. If y'all want a part 2, man, I'm gonna give y'all part 2 whether y'all like it or not, man. If you're new to the channel, man, show some love, stay a while. Like this video, man. Leave a comment down in the bottom, subscribe. And I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, man. I'm just trying to get as much content out as I can. So later when I watch the game, I can kind of watch the game. You feel me? Because it's Thanksgiving. Cowboys play, I can watch the game, edit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, have my little plate. Anyway, I'm gonna do a part 2, like I said, man. Hassan Campbell, yo, shout out to Hassan Campbell. I just want to give him his flowers. I understand a lot of us don't like Hassan Campbell. A lot of people of us don't like him, or whatever the case may be, whatever, however y'all feel about him, man. You gotta understand, not everybody's gonna have the same beliefs. Not everybody's gonna have the same thought process on specific things, or believe, like I said, believe in the same things, or speak the same way, you know. So this brother's doing what Rashad Jamal is doing in his own way, what Dane Calloway is doing in his own way, what the real McCurba is doing in their own way, you know, and a lot of other people are doing. What's my boy name? Charleston White, you know, the same way. They're speaking in their own way, and that's putting a target on their backs. Jay Marvelous too, check him out, speaking in their own way, speaking truth in their own way. Shout out to the old head in this video too. Shout out to Unkiness, the elder. They're just speaking in their own way, man, and it's putting a target on their back. So we got to give them as much love, as much respect as we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Because they're risking their lives, man, and their families' lives for speaking this truth. So I know they probably gonna take this video down. I don't care, man. I'll see y'all next one. Please keep God first. Please love your loved ones every day, not just this holiday, man. Keep God first, man. Every day, not just this holiday. Every day. So that's 365, 366 on a leap year. You feel me? So yeah, man. Peace. I love y'all. Appreciate the support. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Love.